Hello, friends. Um, First of all, I just want to say there are no rules in yoga. You can wear whatever you want, which I'm wearing a freaking turtleneck right now because I'm freezing, and socks. I remember one time in yoga teacher training when somebody told me I couldn't wear socks, and I was like, yeah, I can. It doesn't get in the way of me feeling the energy. So do whatever type of poses you want. I am just here to help guide you, but at the end of the day, this is your practice. Wear whatever you want, do whatever poses you want. Just keep showing up. And with that, we will start. So let's start in child's pose. So put your knees out as wide as the mat. Your bottom will be on your heels, and then reach your arms out in front. You can make this a little bit more active by pressing on the floor with your hands and either lifting up your elbows or just pressing your chest and your armpits closer to the ground. And place your third eye center on the mat. I would do it as well, but you can't hear me when I do that. And come into your Ujjayi breath. So this is a breath that will heat our bodies from the inside out and get us ready for this practice. For your next inhale, walk your fingers over towards the right side. Press your left hip down towards the left side of your mat and feel that stretch in your left side body. Inhale brings you back to center. Your next exhale brings you to the other side. Inhale back to center. And press into your hands up to all fours. To tabletop here, move your hips in a circle, side to side. Bring your chest down. Any movement that you want. You can make full body circles in order for you to get into your body and into this space. And yes, I do have tea at the top of my mat. It's the beauty of doing at-home practices. You can do it in whatever style you want. And this is just a flow to get you moving. Get your blood pumping. All right, and come into your first downward facing dog. If you don't have a sticky mat and you have socks on, you might be slipping. This is a plug to get a sticky mat. This jade travel mat is so good. I'm not sponsored. I'm not cool enough for that. Maybe someday. Pedal out your legs and your feet. And then come to center, just in your downward facing dog. Bring some stillness into this posture. Gaze towards your hands, stay in downward facing dog, and press into the L. Point your finger and your thumb. Press into those fingers especially to protect your wrists. And then gaze back towards the back of your mat, and your heels will reach down towards the mat. If this is not comfortable for you, You can also come down to a dolphin pose, which is on your forearms. This stretches a little bit more of your shoulders even, but we'll go to downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, release your right leg up towards the ceiling. Keep your hips square. Back foot is pointed or flexed. And then release it down towards the ground. We'll do that on the other side. Inhale, left leg up, hips square. Press your chest back towards the back of the mat. Breathe into any tension. Release your foot down to the ground. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling and open up that hip. So your right foot will come towards that left side of your body. Press weight into that right hand. Sometimes we put all the weight into our left hand to make that even. And then back to three-legged down dog. And pull your knee through to a low lunge. You can grab the back of your thigh or your calf and move it so that your foot is in between both your hands. Drop your back knee and inhale your arms up, your hands up to your right knee. Continue that Ujjayi breath in these postures. And modify for what you need. This is more of a hip flexor. If you come back so that your hips are over your back knee, you'll feel more of a quad stretch. So whatever you need, whatever muscles you need to open up, and you can even oscillate back and forth. You need both of them, which we all probably do need. Place your hands on the mat. Right leg comes back to downward facing dog to meet your left. Inhale that left leg up, three-legged down dog. Exhale is open up that right towards the right side. Well, your hips are facing the left, but your left foot reaches towards the right. Then inhale back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, pull it through, low lunge. Drop that back knee. And inhale your left and right hand towards that knee. Do whatever you did on the other side. Either stay here forward, pull back for more of a quad stretch, or a little bit of in between. Just be intentional with your breath. Place your hands down on the mat and feet back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull it through, low lunge. This time keep that back knee lifted. And inhale, arms up towards crescent lunge. Be aware to not sway your lower back. Drop your tailbone and bend that back knee as much as you need in order to make that happen. And then release. Arms up towards the ceiling. Drop that right hand down to right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over towards the right side. Option to come down on that back knee or stay lifted for a little bit of extra ab work and gaze down at the right side of your mat.
On your next inhale, bring it back up to crescent lunge and open up warrior two. So toe heel your right foot in front so that your front heel is in line with back arch. I'll face you here. Arms out towards the side, shoulders release. Bend into that front knee so that your front knee is in line with your second or third toe of that front foot. Next, inhale as in reverse your warrior. Gaze down at your back foot. Feel that stretch in that right side body. And then exhale, windmill your hands down towards the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull it through low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Check in with your hips and your lower back. Bend deeper into that front knee. Awakening up that right thigh or left thigh. Left forearm comes to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over towards the left side. Gaze is either forward or down at the left side of the mat. If anything, you reach up and back instead of hunching over. So make sure that you're not hunched over, but that you're reaching up and out of this right hip. Really great way to wake up the body for the rest of the day. Stretching out our hips, especially since a lot of us sit a lot. And then inhale, back up to center. Open up to warrior two. Toe heel that foot. Check your alignment. Release your arms out. Make sure that your back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, or that your heel is a little bit farther towards the back of the mat, but that your toes are not facing the back of the mat. If anything, you want them facing either perpendicular or a little towards the front of the mat. That protects your knee and strengthens your legs. Bend into that front knee. Next, inhale is reversing that warrior. And then exhale comes down to the mat. I'm going to take my socks off and we're going to flow just a couple times. And then we'll get you on for the rest of the day. So from a downward facing dog, inhale that right leg up. One breath, one movement here. Exhale, pull it through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, reach over towards the right. Inhale, back up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg in. Exhale, pull it through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, reach over to the left. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, down to the mat. Warrior, or downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, down to the mat, down facing dog. Left leg up. Exhale, pull it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, down to the mat. Down facing dog. Drop down to your elbows here. We're just gonna stay in dolphin for just a second. Building a little bit of a heat and stretching the shoulders. So you'll press your chest back towards your thighs, just like you're in downward facing dog. Feel free to bend those knees if you need. And then if this feels good to you and you want a little bit more, you can start lifting one leg at a time. And then if you want, you can even gaze down towards your mat. You can even start to lift, do a little couple lifts, and switch to the other side. It's important in this posture not to sink into your shoulders, but to press the floor away. All right? So I'm warming up here, my turtleneck, which is the goal, right? So if you need to figure out what distance you want in between your forearms, you can grab onto opposite forearms like this, keep your elbows there, and then that's the distance in between that you want. So keep playing. Go on to your opposite side. You can even try to hit your butt with your heel, okay? And then, after you eventually do that, after you practice this a lot, you can start to practice standing your forearm stand. Okay? And then my go-to is to have my right leg up first, but then you can start to practice with your left leg. Whew. All right, sufficiently heated, and when you're done practicing or playing with your forearm stand, you can come to one of my favorite poses is restorative pose. This is one of the most grounded poses in yoga. It's your knees together, your feet together, and your arms back by your side. Restorative child's pose. Forehead comes to the mat. And you just let your shoulders sink. And I love this pose, especially after you've done some shoulder work. And see where you can just release a little bit more. Can your shoulders come a little bit closer to the mat? Can your jaw release? And your breathing slow down. And then come to sitting on your shins, and we'll come into a heart opener before we end the class today. So it's a heart opener, back bend here. So we're going to stand on our knees, back of the toes. So I actually like to give myself a little bit of height, especially if I'm not totally open with my back bends just yet. So we're gonna come into camel pose. So if this is a lot on your knees, you can even fold your mat in so that you give yourself an extra layer. I have a really thin mat, but and then place your hands either like you're putting your hands in your pocket or your fingertips up towards your head, and you'll start to press your hips forward and gaze up towards the sky. And if this is a lot, which is it is a lot, if this is enough for you, just feel this opening in your back, in your collarbones, everything. If you're a little bit more flexible or a little bit more advanced in this practice, and you can gaze towards the back wall, go ahead and let your neck or your head fall. And if your heels are there, so you go ahead and reach for your heels, but make sure that your hips can always come back on top of your knees. That you're not reaching forward and putting pressure, or reaching back and putting pressure on your knees. Your hips always come over your knees. And then to come out of it, it's a little harder than it looks to talk like this. Put your hands back at your hips and then slowly come up and place your hips on your heels, hands on your thighs, and close your eyes here. Feel the blood just redistribute. That took me a lot longer to formulate that sentence. That was the blood redistributing. Oh, jeez. All right, you can either stay here or you can come onto one side into an easy seat with your hands on your thighs, and we'll do 3 breaths together to end this practice. I always love ending like that, because it's just another reset towards the rest of your day. So you can either have your hands down on your thighs or at heart center in prayer pose. Close your eyes here. We'll inhale together through our nose. Open mouth, exhale, release. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Release. Become more grounded. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center. Elbows out towards either side of your mat. Feel that connection, that heat that you just built with your body. And I bow to you, to your energy, to your love, to the light that is the same within me and you and all of us. Namaste. Thank you for trusting me with your time, space, and love. Have a wonderful day.